Hello, my name is Aidan Townsend. I'm a junior here at ETSU, and I'm currently studying marketing management with a minor in leadership studies. I actually switched that major about a year ago now, just to kind of hone in on what I wanted to work towards after my college career. So I kind of want to work towards working at a college, pursuing my higher education degree at a university, getting a master's degree with that. So this is actually one of my first courses that I'm taking towards my leadership studies minor. And I was really excited to take it just to understand a little bit more about the volunteering aspect of things. But one of the quicker things that I noticed while taking this course was actually that it wasn't as much about the volunteering, but more so learning more about kind of how you want to use yourself or utilize yourself in your community. Um, and I kind of learned that through the curriculum that we were able to go over each week, and that was through the discussions, different things like that. But also, I learned during my service activities. So my service activities consisted of doing food for thought letters towards our senators, just speaking about the issue, and really just kind of bringing it to light in our general area. The other one was I planted a tree, so I can get into that a little bit later. That was just kind of helping a community while also helping the environment. And my last one was writing letters to my coworkers. So that one was the one that kind of stuck with me the most, um, and it really kind of showed me how important those people are around me. But I kind of want to take a different route with my presentation. Instead of me just sitting here and talking the whole time and not really having any visual aid, I kind of want to talk about more what the main thing that I learned from this class. So like I said before, it wasn't as much about volunteering that I learned this year or this semester. Is more so about the word passion. So that's kind of what I surrounded this presentation on, was the word passion, and finding what your passion was in service, actually, and just really being able to develop it and make yourself the best kind of volunteer or service giver that you can. But speaking on passion again, I wanted to show you one of my passions that I pursue very often. And since I had my surgery here recently, I've just now started getting back into it. But I just wanted to share my passion through a bit of a vlog type video, or a bit of a come along with me. But as you'll see next, you're going to be watching me play some golf, and then I'm just going to be more so talking about kind of what I learned this semester, and how I was able to really hone in on my skills and abilities. But yep, hope you enjoy. So, like I said before, this is just kind of a day in the life of what I do, just my more normal day whenever I go play some golf. But that's not the biggest picture here. I want to focus more on what I was able to do and kind of the comeback story that I had this semester. So this semester I was able to do those three service projects, like I said before, the writing letters to my fellow interns in the polo organization, writing food for thought letters to those senators, and planting a tree for my grandma. So with those, I really wanted to hone in on that passion idea that I talked about. Um, the first one, the writing the letters to my fellow interns. Though we've been together about 3 years now in the organization. We're all third year leaders. We're all juniors together. Matthew, Maddie, and Zane are their names. And I really just wanted to give back to them for how much they've put into me. They've shown a lot of trust and a lot of faith in my abilities and what I'm capable of. And these letters I felt were the best way to really show them my gratitude for it. So on this letter, the main things that I focused on were the memories that we've all shared together individually. I focused on the things that they have done really well at over the past few years, to show them that they're improving as well constantly, and things that we can work on together, so that we can better ourselves in the organization, in the position, or just as people in general. For the last two letters that I wrote, they were to the pro staff of the organization. Timothy Lewis and Trish Corin were the last two. They both work in the Welcome Center, in the new student family programs part. But those two letters were mainly a bigger thank you to them, just because they have shown me kind of the ropes of leadership, and kind of how to run the behind the scenes type things of the career that I want to pursue. So a huge thanks to them for kind of fostering that, or kind of kindling that fire in me to pursue the career that I want to. The next thing that I did was the planting of a tree. Now, it doesn't seem like a very big idea or a very big community service or a big act of service, but it really meant a lot to me personally because I was able to give back to my grandma. She has shown tremendous gratitude and tremendous just faith in me since the start. She's shown me how to be a great person, how to volunteer through our church and just through our community as well. She showed me kind of the ropes of doing so. So I wanted to give back to her. So this tree, the process of it is I went and bought the tree. It was a cherry blossom, which is her favorite tree, and I went and planted it in her garden in her house. And then I named it after my grandpa that passed away a few years ago. It meant a lot to her that it was named after him because he played a big part in her life and also mine as well. So that's just a kind of a way for both of us to connect is through that tree. Um, the last project that I worked on was the food for thought letters to senators. Now it kind of seems like a bigger idea with those letters, but I feel like on the smaller level, it was actually a pretty effective community service act. So with these letters, I researched topics that were kind of affiliating to me, but that they could also relate to on that. So the main thing that I focused on was kind of the malnourishment or the lack of food availability in our community of Johnson City. Now, this could relate anywhere from the primary education all the way up to our college level students. The primary education, this was more so on just like a school lunch type basis, and providing for those after school as well. For those that aren't able to have meals at home, just talking about that a little bit more, researching how we'd be able to do that with funds, and kind of leaving it in their hands to do so. I'm not the professional in that field, but they are. So kind of just reiterating just the idea of it. The next part that I kind of focused on was our idea that we were able to do with Bucky's Food Pantry, and doing that on a larger scale. So with Bucky's Food Pantry, it really helps create a community on our campus because we're able to allow students to donate and also take donations. So it kind of gives students a sense of volunteering or a sense of belonging, depending on which side they're on. They're able to help other students, but they're also able to thank other students for helping them. Um, so I think that's a great idea, and kind of putting that on a citywide level would have been a great idea as well. Kind of the logistics of that looked a little bit different though. The main thing that I went with was went and spoke to a political science major here at ETSU, one of my close friends, and he was able to really show me on how to reach out to these senators. So our two senators for Tennessee, I was able to write letters to them, and I did an email form and a letter form. I wanted to do an email form just in case the letters didn't deliver or it took too long to deliver for this project. Um, but really doing those, I was able to figure out kind of the logistics of how it looked. Talking to their staff instead of them directly allows for quicker recognition of it, and also just focusing on that specific topic as two really big parts of both senators' values. So they kind of focus on those ideas first. So that was really important for me to do. So yeah, with those kind of three service projects, it kind of helped me nurse my way back to kind of my emotional health a little bit this semester. It gave me a sense of gratitude, and it also gave me a sense of happiness to be able to give back to those that have kind of helped me. This surgery has kind of shown me to be thankful for those around me even more, and just doing these projects has allowed me to do that. Um, so yeah, like I said, this big idea of passion this semester is what I've been really focused on. Not necessarily in this class, but all of my classes, all of my papers. I've really focused on that passion idea. I mean, I even took this idea to a conference that I was able to go to in March, and I've got to present on it. Um, so just being able to continue that throughout these next few semesters that I have left here at ETSU and into grad school is what I really want to do. But mainly, I know this is kind of off topic, but thank you for this course, and thank you for kind of the ability, or thank you for the opportunities that you've given us in here so far.